teams with conference championships coming on Sunday. We'll start with the Broncos, now led by Garrett Stidham, hosting his former team, the Patriots, at 3. Then the top-seeded Seahawks will host the Rams. And let's remind you how we got to this point. The Rams and the Bears. It was frigid in this game, okay? They said it felt like, what, -5 or something? The snow's coming down, and they're ready to go. We're picking it up in overtime, though. The game tied at 30. Allen firing deep. Allen, I got the wrong highlight. What are you doing?
That's Caleb Williams.
All right, there's Caleb Williams getting ready to go. That was incredible. And the Bears into Rams territory. Later in the drive, just over 3 minutes left. Bears going for it on 4th and goal. Williams trying to throw to Luther Bird in the 3rd, but broken up by Omar Speights. Great defense by the Rams.
Was great. Chance, I mean, that's a ridiculous play by Caleb.
You've called it retreats. I mean, he went backwards like 20 yards and then still somehow does it. The Bears tie the game at 17. We go to overtime. Now we're really in overtime for the right game. The Bears with the ball, a Rams punt, 2nd and 8 from the Rams 48. Williams cutting one loose downfield, but Cam Curl comes up with an interception.
Another guy played great last night. Cam Curl was awesome for the Rams.
So what would Stafford do? He hadn't played great this game, but yet he plays great in the big moments. Finding Devontae Adams for the first down. Adams,
when you find your people.
Phenomenal. Look at this toe tap.
Yeah,
Look at the body control. He's unbelievable. A few plays later, 3rd and 6 from the Bears 43, and Stafford to Puka Nacua for the first down. Nacua coming up big, too.
Puka, hot route, blitz, get him the ball. I was nervous. I was nervous when this special teams unit went on the field.
You can't help but be nervous after what we've seen.
Kicker. He did it. Stafford.
He actually a BMB.
He is. Honestly, when I saw him right before this moment, I was like, man, he's bigger than I remember.
It always takes us.
You're going to put him on BMB.
We should do a special kicker BMB. There's one, and it's Mevis. All right, RC, take us to the end of regulation, though. Were you okay with Ben Johnson's decision to kick the extra point and head into overtime?
I mean, okay is a nice way to put it, but I felt like Ben Johnson should have gone for 2. I wanted to see the Ben Johnson that didn't want to shake Matt LaFleur's hand. The game, Speight knocks the ball down on 4th and 4, and really you only scored this touchdown late to Cole Kmet because of Caleb Williams' wizardry and witchery in the pocket. Why not go for 2? Why not give Caleb Williams an opportunity to get an option where he can run or pass the football and do some of the things while we've seen him pull rabbits out of hats? I felt like the more experienced team, the team with the more experienced coach and Sean McVay, who wasn't having a great day, would find a way to make a play in overtime and win this football game before the young, inexperienced team did. And even though the Rams tried to give it away, they eventually found a way. I felt like going for 2 with that aggressive head coaching style that Ben Johnson has displayed was the way to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, Caleb was on a roll at that point, too. By the way, I am upset we didn't see that handshake at the end of the game. What's going on with that? Anyone got video of that anywhere?
Someone has to.
Someone's got video. Come on, if you haven't, put it out there. Dan, as good as the Caleb touchdown pass was to tie the game, it gets lost a little bit because of the interception in overtime. Yeah. What happened on that play?
It's miscommunication. It is the quarterback seeing one thing and the receiver seeing another thing, but at the same time. You often hear us say, guys are on the same page. They're on different pages here. So the Rams at the bottom of the screen are playing man coverage, zone up top. You're trying to attack the bottom right corner of your screen with a crosser. Caleb starts at the bottom. That's the proper read. It's not there. Now we're going to go to the crosser. That safety should get cleared out by Odunze. And right when Caleb cuts the football, he's thinking that DJ Moore is going to flatten in front of that safety. DJ thinks I'm going to go vertical, and Cam Curl does a great job of stepping in front of it. The big thing is, it's very easy for me to sit here and rewind, and show everybody what happens. I think what happens is, as DJ's going vertical, he sees the safety start to get depth. Right when he does that, he peeks back to kind of anticipate the ball. Caleb cuts it loose, and right when he cuts it loose, Cam Curl drives on the football. So it's just miscommunication. It's also a great play by Cam Curl to cut the crosser.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I wanted to the 3 turnovers were the big piece of the game for me. This is a 3-point game. It usually comes down to a few plays, and we saw Caleb. But I wanted to ask RC, because in that moment, like when I rewatched it, I thought Cam Curl baited him.
100%.
For that throw.
Yeah.
He makes a great play.
And what do you, RC, this on you. This your area of expertise. Is that something you think he was thinking as that play was developing?
No, honestly, I don't think Cam baited him. It's actually an extremely deep throw. If you're strong, and DJ seems like he's trying to figure out if he's even getting the ball or where it will be placed, while Cam Curl is only reading DJ's shoulders and Caleb Williams' trajectory on the throw. And to me, that's an easy play where you're expecting DJ to cut Cam off.
Yeah, it was just the play itself was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like the read and getting there, but catching the football in that condition.
I mean, he rolls over it. He had to hold on to it.
Those are the playoff plays. But the 3 interceptions. Look, we tore this Rams secondary apart last week, and they gave up some plays in this game against Chicago. But the fact that they were able to come through and make those 4th down stops and create these turnovers helped them get to this point in this game. They bailed their offense out.
Well, let's talk about the offense because, Mina, it wasn't good early, but it felt like they figured something out in the 4th quarter. In overtime, they went on 2 long drives late in the game. What did you see that changed?
Well, until the 4th quarter, going back and watching, Dennis Allen blitzed DB multiple times, and against those DB blitzes, Matthew Stafford did not complete a single pass and took 3 sacks going back and watching. And I think Allen deserves a lot of credit. I thought some of the coverage designs behind those blitzes was very intelligent, the way he was dropping backers to take away Matthew Stafford's throwing lanes. But the other thing I thought on the flip side for the Rams, Matthew Stafford definitely missed some throws, but they stuck with the under center play action way longer than I would have because the Bears were blitzing it with so much success. And then you saw as the game went on, put him in the gun more, had some more success. Again, some of that had to do with the Bears, and I thought you showed that final throw to Puka Nacua. I do not understand why, if you're going to send an all-out pressure, you play 15 yards off Puka Nacua. Wouldn't have been my choice in that moment. But I do think putting Stafford in the gun and just spreading things out and letting him pick at matchups ended up helping this Rams defense at the end of the game.
Yeah, we'll talk a lot about the Rams, but credit to those cardiac Bears. They were fun to watch this season. They exceeded a lot of people's expectations, didn't make it beyond this point, but deserve a ton of credit. I'm excited to see what they do next year. Still to come, the Broncos, the AFC title game, but with Bo Nix out for the rest of the playoffs, is Denver's Super Bowl dreams out with him? Someone here says they may still have a chance. We'll explain why. That's next, right here on NFL Live.
Aren't going to like it. They say it's Buffalo over. Is that their window to win a title, or is that Josh Allen's happiness?
Oh, jeez.
Or is it the head coach? Oh, definitely that one.
Yep, that's for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, this morning, it's amazing how quick things can change. Sean McDermott fired as the Bills head coach. Now, you wonder to yourself, how has McDermott done up there? Because he never really gets talked about. Now, Buffalo Bills fans get upset, certainly at the end of every season, whenever Josh Allen, who's the best player in football, MVP, says that is the case, doesn't win a Super Bowl. It's got to be this dipshit. That's what they say. That's what all Bills fans have been saying for the last couple of years. Then you start looking at his record: 9 seasons, 8 playoff appearances, 98-50 in the regular season, 5 AFC East titles. It's like, so he's the hottest coach on the market then all of a sudden? If everybody was losing their mind for what Harbaugh did. Now, he hasn't won a Super Bowl. But if you just look at success for a team, for a franchise, and what were they before he got up there, man?
I believe they were kind of the poop stain on the AFC East, actually. We talk about the Jets a lot being terrible. The Buffalo Bills were about 3 feet of crap underneath the Jets until Sean McDermott got there. I can't believe they did this, especially when you think about some of the other jobs that are out there. I mean, we were talking about it before. This is probably the first time, at least in recent memory, where there are 2 jobs, Baltimore and Buffalo, that are open with franchise quarterbacks there. Buffalo becomes the #1 spot, but getting rid of Sean McDermott feels like a massive overreaction, especially with how we were talking about Jacksonville and how good they were, and they went into Jacksonville Duval and beat their ass.
Yeah, Brandon Beane just didn't put hashtag I don't want to overreact, but before the memo.
No.
Yeah, no, before he sent it out there. Now, Brandon Beane has been promoted to president of football operations and general manager, so he'll be overseeing the coaching hiring process in all facets. Okay, so he picks up more power in this. Now, I will say, as we have a couple Buffalo Bills fans around us, they were not like very high on McDermott after Josh Allen doesn't win a Super Bowl, and Josh Allen doesn't win a Super Bowl. Why is this guy the guy who's going to lead Josh Allen? This guy's an alien. He's a unicorn. What has this guy done to continue to do this? That's how Bills fans have talked. Not all of them. I'm just saying I've heard that from Bills fans the last couple of years. Yeah. I guess Beane felt that too, huh? I guess Beane and ownership felt that way, and they're thinking, all right, we got the guys. we need to go win. That's basically the sentiment here. You still obviously have Josh Allen. You still, I guess, Brady's in the building. Is that the immediate thought, the offensive coordinator, because he's a young lad? D, but what are your thoughts on him moving on from McDermott? And did you expect it today? Maybe like tomorrow, got national championship game tonight?
You mentioned it, Bills Mafia. They have been loud about Sean McDermott for a while. And kind of, if you've been a fan of the Bills, and I've been hearing a lot from them because I talked about the interception, which they don't call an interception. But if you've been a fan of the Bills, this has kind of been what the program